and Schawl, presented by Marcus and Mack, voted best law firm, best personal injury lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online at marcusandmack.com. Chief, how are we doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm great. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing excellent, sir. Thanks for asking. And got to tell you that this is a big night for police departments all across the United States, not just here in Indiana County, because it is National Night Out. So for those who are not familiar with it, maybe you can tell us what National Night Out is all about.
Well, thank you. It's a day of community engagement with not only your police departments, but with first responding partners, everyone that contributes to your public safety. So the Indiana Borough Police Department, we've been really privileged and honored to host National Night Out for, now it's been probably five years. I think we had rain last year, if I recall, so the event didn't take off as scheduled. But this is an opportunity for everyone in our community and to meet us, to meet your first responders, to tour a fire truck, to tour a police car, to eat delicious treats, to support our canine program with any type of community donation that might be on your heart to do. And for that donation, there will be some sweet treats that have been prepared by some great folks, Donna Pellis and Laura Busavicki from the borough and the police department. Mm-hmm. So really just an opportunity for us to engage with each other. We're going to have some vendors there. We're going to have all of our partners there. We're going to have everyone that you would see in an emergency situation, or everyone that you would see, helping you through a critical incident, or even the day-to-day. So just an opportunity, Josh, for us to engage positively, shake someone's hand, hopefully shake many people's hand.
Yeah.
But we want everyone, every age, and just an opportunity for us to be together in a positive way.
It's amazing how much actually goodwill can come out of an event like this, because the minute that the police department is seen as in a positive light, I mean, it kind of destroys all of the negative stereotypes that have come down over the years, and people will trust the police department more. People will go to the police department when they have troubles instead of trying to keep it to themselves. It's an amazing cycle that happens. A positive one.
Well, I very much appreciate that. I think that from my knowing is that it's difficult to trust folks that we're not in relationship with. Mm-hmm. And so the quicker and the closer and the better that we can build relationships, the better chance we have to build trust. First responders are still your community. Again, first responders are still our community heroes.
Yeah.
And the men and women who are of fire, EMS, police service, courts, victims advocates, everyone is working for the betterment of each other. Mm-hmm. And so we just want to make sure that we know each other, because when we know each other, we can decrease the anxiety level that we might have. Oftentimes police officers, firefighters, medics respond to emergencies, and in that moment, everyone is at their worst. And so, we don't have a great chance to build a good relationship. We don't have time in many instances to build that relationship. So when we do have time, we want to do it well. And that's what National Night Out's about.
That's so. Tonight, it's going to be what time and where?
National Night Out, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., IRMC Park. That's downtown Indiana.
That's right before the Borough Council meeting. So
it's going to be a very busy day.
Yeah, it's very busy. Imagine the couple of Borough Council members are going to be there, and then they'll walk over to the meeting.
Well, I would hope everybody comes. Not everybody needs to go to the Borough Council meeting, but
you know what I mean.
Join us in the park.
A lot of people there for IRMC Park for National Night Out, but I figure meet some Borough Council members or things like that. But I also see district attorneys' reps are going to be there, mental health resources. Some of the vehicles are going to be there too. So it gives kids a chance to get up close and see those things.
I anticipate that we're going to see fire trucks, ambulances, police cars from various police organizations, police officers, EMS, firefighters, everybody's going to be there. So join us. It's not, this is just, we want to be casual. We want to be in relationship with each other. Mm-hmm. We want to do this the right way. We want to get to know everybody before the emergency occurs, because I get to see that all of our departments work and through emergencies and in times of peace, and it's just an amazing effort. And so nothing not to be proud of here in Indiana County.
Agreed on that. So what else has been going on? The police department's been kind of busy. It's been a very active summer, but not a lot of incidents out of those activities, so that's a positive.
Well, we're working very hard, that's for sure. And, behind the scenes, trying to create positive impacts and trying to prevent the negative from happening, that's a never ending pursuit.
Yeah.
So, I appreciate hearing that maybe we've had what might be deemed a quieter summer from a negative aspect, but it's not because we're working less. It's probably because we're working harder. So what that means for the officers are that, we're doing a lot of work over the summer, but it's manifesting itself in a way that's creating a low crime atmosphere as far as high arrest rates, which really is the optimum. But so you asked me about what's going on this summer. So August, we're going to be very busy. We have the Italian Festival that's scheduled in downtown Indiana. That's going to be August 10th.
That's this Sunday, yeah.
I don't know if it's this Sunday or next Sunday. I think it's August 10th. At least that's what I looked at on my calendar.
Yeah, with today being the 5th, that sounds about right.
Well, okay. See, there you go. That's how busy the summer is.
Yeah, I understand that.
August 16th, there's going to be a cornhole tournament, first time event ever, Carpenter Avenue. Then also on August 16th, we have a traditional back to school bash, which is, I believe, an invitation event to those folks that we can prop up during the school year, help with some items. The churches do a fantastic job with that.
Yeah, and that usually requires a closure of Church Street.
Yep, Church Street will be closed from 6th to 7th Street. And then really the other really premier events that we have to plan for are the return of our students to the Indiana Area School District and to all of our school districts, and then the return of IUP to session. And so we're going to very quickly in Indiana Borough turn our town into a place of vibrant activity.
People think just because the summer's ending, that's it. No way. No, because of the fact, as you said, IEP students coming back in, and they're going to have their activities going on as well. And it's just a lot of things going on.
There's going to be a lot of activity, and so here are some of the things I'd like our community to know. I see that there's a lot of construction going on in Indiana Borough, and I'm assuming that that's happening all over Indiana County, but let's speak specifically for Indiana Borough. Philadelphia Street paving project. Here's what I noticed when I was walking over today. They've removed some of the crosswalks, and so the crosswalks are not as visible as they once were.
I can see some temporary lines on the new pavement right now.
Yes, brand new pavement.
But that does not mean you can't stop being careful.
No, you have to. As a matter of fact, we have to be more patient. And this is my call to the community for the start of the school year, both at IUP and for the Indiana Area School District, is we have to be patient. The police department can investigate crashes well, but here's the issue. Once a crash occurs, there's going to be damage to cars, there's going to be injury to people, and that is not what we want. So we want to prevent everything. And how some tips to prevent everything, we know we can't be perfect, but we want to be as close to that as possible. We need to slow down. We need to be patient through downtown. We cannot let our frustration level or our anxiety level behind the wheel dictate, okay, the light turned red, well, I'm going to make a really quick turn, or I'm going to speed up at a yellow light, or I don't see an obvious crosswalk here, so even if those folks are standing on the sidewalk, they probably aren't going to walk out in front of us. And if you're a pedestrian, we got to stay off our phones. We have to have our head on a swivel. It takes all of us. And so the police department's going to be plugging in, especially during the start of school, with education and enforcement. And I don't want anyone to feel like we're trying to be heavy-handed, but what we want to do is we want to prevent everything negative from happening possible. And that's just one of the tools that we're going to use.
You mentioned that, and that's in the wake of what happened earlier this year with the pedestrian fatality right outside our studio windows here at 9th and Philadelphia Streets. Again, that probably may have been a preventable incident if one party kept their head on a swivel, or if another party wasn't distracted or angry, as you said, or anything like that. But there's been a lot of work going on with Indiana Borough, with the police, with PennDOT. Maybe you can talk a little bit about that work.
So we're in constant conversation with not only PennDOT, but with Borough Council through our Public Safety Committee, with Manager Cepas, and with our Public Works. What we want to do is create the safest possible downtown. We want to be both pedestrian friendly and business friendly. We recognize that we have some main arteries that travel right through Indiana Borough: Oakland Avenue, Philadelphia Street, North 4th Street. These are areas where there's always a high volume of traffic. But then
and with this intersection right here, I mean, it's problematic just because of the way it's shaped, but we can't do anything about it.
Well, I don't know. We're doing some things about it.
We can't change the layout, is what I meant to say.
We're going to do everything reasonable, and maybe a few things that seem even to be far-reaching to make it safer, because what happened here in March, we want to never have happen here again.
I agree with you on
And
that.
so those are the types of things that traumatize families, that traumatize communities, and as your police department that cares about community well-being on top of all the other things we care about, maybe in a more traditional law enforcement sense, we want to make sure that when you're here, you are safe, you are well cared for, you're doing everything reasonably that you can do to plug in for your own safety, and that you can count on us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to always be thinking about you, thinking about how we can better serve you, thinking about the things that we need to do to keep Indiana boroughs safe. And that's a multifaceted approach, and it takes all of us. So we're proud, we're honored to work with our partners in public safety.
Yeah, I was about to say public safety.
Yeah.
Definitely on board, been at the forefront of this, along with PennDOT and the police department. I know that the paving project's still in flow right now, but maybe after that, are we going to start seeing some of those changes? Maybe?
You will. We're putting together a plan where there are going to be some things that happen in the short term. There are going to be some things that happen in an intermediate term, and then there are going to be some long-term enhancements that we hope to put in place. And we're embracing every good idea, and we're talking about how that would work and how that blends with pedestrian safety, traffic safety, support of our local businesses downtown, courthouse traffic. And so we have a vibrant community. We've always had a vibrant community. We want to plug in for each other positively. We want to make sure that the police department is always ahead of the curve as far as the things that we can do to keep everyone safe. But again, you have to recognize, and we ask you to recognize, that it takes all of us. We have to be patient with each other. We have to slow down. We have to keep anxiety lessened as much as possible. We have to be in relationship with each other so that we can trust each other, so that we can be truly working for each other's positive impact. And when we do all those things, that makes life better for everyone.
Peace, safety, and comfort, right?
That's it.
All
Yes.
right. Hey, Chief, we could go a double on this, but I'm afraid we're out of time. But thanks again for coming in, and I can't wait to see you tonight at the meeting, and of course later on next month.
I appreciate it. I'll see everyone in the park at 5.
See you at 5 then, Chief, hopefully. Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank. Our interview with Chief Justin Schawl, presented by Marcus & Mack, voted best law firm, best personal injury lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online, marcusandmack.com. And just a reminder once again, that National Night Out event in Indiana will be at IRMC Park tonight from 5 until 7, open to the public, free to attend. Go out there, have yourselves a good time. Coming up after our check of news with Fox News and the latest from the WCCS newsroom, we'll be talking with the United Way of Indiana County.
Your family services. Take the